Well, massive fraud in Minnesota has been making national headlines all week. We've been reporting on the fraud in social service programs here for years. So where do the cases stand right now, and how much taxpayer money has been stolen? Lou Raguse breaks down the numbers.
For the last several months, we at KARE 11 have been reporting that federal prosecutors estimate the total amount of fraud in Minnesota's government programs tops $1 billion. Here's exactly what then Acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson told me in September.
We have $1 billion worth of cases we'll probably charge. I think the total amount of fraud is significantly larger than $1 billion.
Larger than $1 billion total?
That's right.
Multiple billion?
Yes.
So how do the numbers add up? The Feeding Our Future meal fraud has reached more than $300 million just by totaling up 3 cases, the 2 trials and a guilty plea by one man who stole $19 million himself. Not many suspects stemming from Partners in Nutrition have been charged yet, so that number could rise. For reference, Feeding Our Future and Partners in Nutrition doled out a grand total of $453 million of taxpayer money during the pandemic. It's a question of how much was legit and how much was fraud. Over the last 5 years, the Minnesota Attorney General's office has charged about $60 million in Medicaid fraud. But what pushes the estimated total of program fraud in Minnesota well over $1 billion are the schemes currently being investigated, like housing stabilization, autism services, addiction, and integrated community supports. On these graphs, you can see how these programs exploded into hundreds of millions of dollars of payments. The fraud in housing stabilization was so bad that Governor Walz had to completely shut it down. The final fraud dollar total will be a matter of figuring out what percentage of those program reimbursements were fraudulent. But back to former Acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson, he's already said that the autism cases could be bigger than Feeding Our Future. Lou Raguse, KARE 11 News.